Some fans think there are members of the Duggar family who are just moments away from leaving the faith and the conservative lifestyle that comes with it. During a lively Reddit discussion, Counting On fans shared who they felt was most likely to make a break for it and why. It can be hard to leave a family like the Duggars. View this post on Instagram. We've already been back home in Arkansas for almost a week now, but are still talking about the wonderful memories we made together on our trip to Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. As a homeschool family, we made it a point to go to some of the ultimate field trip locations. We were able to visit a number of historical places, as well as the offices of our congressmen at the Capitol, where history is being made every day. Some highlights of the trip include the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, at Museum of Bible, at Air and Space Museum, United States Mint, and more. A post shared by the Duggar family, at DuggarFam, on March 24, 2019 at 9:12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time. One Counting On viewer said that leaving a religious family like the Duggars could be difficult. She said finances can be a big factor in who stays and who goes. Something I heard quiverful survivors say once: the biggest difference between who gets out and who doesn't is who grew up with money. People who study mass movements have said similar things. It's unlikely that any of the Duggars, or anyone in fundamentalist circles who grow up comfortably, like the Duggars eventually, will ever leave. The incentive just isn't there, and the consequences are so severe, said Redditor new to this 30,394. Fans think Ginger Duggar is most likely breaking away from the faith. Most fans think Ginger is most likely to go her own way. Counting On viewers came to this conclusion after she reportedly applauded her brother-in-law when he made a movie about being a trans immigrant. Here's what Redditor NinjaGarRL 7734 had to say: you never know. One or more of them may break with the faith. Ginger publicly praising her brother-in-law's work when he has made a movie about being a trans immigrant is a small break. When they move to LA, I imagine she'll change quite a bit. Her nature seems to be more live and let live than the rest of her family. On the other hand, Redditor Molinero54 said Ginger has a passive nature that both hurts and helps her. She also thinks Ginger's husband wouldn't let her get too far off the conservative track they're on. Honestly, I can also see this passive trait in Ginger as being one of her greatest strengths and also her greatest weakness. Had she married a man whose personality and upbringing was more like Ben, I could have seen them turning more mainstream for sure. With Jeremy, she can only stray so far from the path. Some fans think Jessa might want out. Two Duggar sisters, Ida Maestu, ABC via Getty Images. There are fans who think Jessa Duggar might want to leave the faith behind and have a regular life, but she might feel obligated to stay on the conservative path because of her parents. There has also been some speculation that Jessa isn't happy in her marriage. Redditor NinjaGarRL 7734 added that she is curious about Jessa's thoughts on leaving. I wonder at times whether Jessa is going through the motions or not, mostly because their house comes from her parents, which leaves her dependent on their goodwill, she said. Read more, Counting On, why some fans want the Duggars to end the show. Check out the cheat sheet on Facebook. Let's block ads. Why?